Before they run down the hill at Clemson, they touch Howard's rock. Only if they're ready to go, because if they're not, as Frank Howard himself said, keep your stinking hands off my rock. Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina, home to the Tigers. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on a team from the ACC, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. Oh, he's going to go for the return. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Handoff to the lone back. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17. South Carolina able to squeeze out a close one against Clemson in the last meeting.
Yeah, and it's such great confidence, Reese. Like, to win against your rival, you know you can do it now. Trying to stack multiple wins in these rivalry games against a heated enemy.
Well, it doesn't even matter what South Carolina's record is coming into this game. If they beat their in-state rival Clemson, the entire offseason is made.
They're bringing heat. Got his man downfield. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Looking to pass. It's Cuber. He's got it. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Man, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Quick pass on the jet motion. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down.
And as an offense, you've got an unconventional call. You're trying to get your receiver the ball using pre-snap motion. You've got to do a better job up front blocking. Couldn't get it done, and now it sets up 4th down.
Offense set on 1st down. Give to the running back. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Off play action. Got his man on the right. Knocked down after a short gain, but enough to move those chains.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Running back searching for a hole. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. The pitch to the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. To the air, it's Hawkins trying to get to it. It's complete on the right side. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
On a big 3rd down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
After the first down completion, it's 2nd and short. The give to the lone running back. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain. And the Gamecocks want to move quickly. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
Offenses that are great on 3rd downs, what do? Most of the time, they keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on 3rd and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on 3rd downs all throughout this season.
The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. They run the reverse. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
It is so easy when you're a defensive player, when you watch a little misdirection of the ball go one way, to turn and to run. That's not my job. My job is to stay home. The defensive did a good job of that. The defense stayed home, made the play.
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. To the air, it's Cuber. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Got him downfield. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
1st down for the offense.
The corners are walked up tight. They'll ride the hot hand. They make the stop, and that'll bring the 1st quarter to a close.
Tie 0-0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And the pass is intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the offense.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Looking downfield, it's Hawkins. The throw to the outside is complete. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback get going the other direction.
Quarterback will audible. They'll try to get the first through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Burton. And they reacted well with the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
This rivalry dates back to 1896. It's been a little bizarre with the chicken curse, and it's a bit unusual, too, because the state school, South Carolina, isn't the perennial football power.
No, but it's kind of had its ebbs and flows a little bit back and forth. Some great coaches on both sides, but the in-state hate is beautiful.
You know, there's a lot of great rivalries, especially down in the South and the Deep South. This is one of the better ones, though, because you just never know what the outcome is going to be.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
And as a quarterback, that's what you want to do on these deep go-route type throws. You want to put a lot of air under it so your guy can turn around, locate it, and then make the catch.
Yeah, and that's so hard to stop. I mean, I'm running full speed down the field with a guy that's this fast, and I don't know where the ball is and when it's coming out, and trying to make a play on it is extremely difficult.
Dances away to buy time. Wide open downfield. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw it again. They're working that left side. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They go to the ground. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. A little release to the back. Touchdown, Clemson! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Bowling Green is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Kent State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
It's now second down after the short completion. He's looking to throw. Quick strike complete. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Keeps the legs moving. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
Wants to throw. It's Cuber. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his roles and made the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all...
And that pass picked off. And he will step out of bounds, but what a play to get the ball back for his offense.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive. Balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. They'll start this drive with an end around. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
Well, the offense dialing up the jet sweep, and I like that idea because this receiver, with his speed, you want to try to get him on the perimeter, put the ball in his hands and see what can happen.
After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on second down. He's looking to throw. Going to take a shot at this DB. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And money down is where you see defenses really understand where the sticks are, play great pass defense, know what's coming, and get off the field.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
And now on second down for this offense. Back to the ground game on the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line getting set on second down. Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. Feeling some heat. He's got the back in the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. play before the teams head to the locker rooms. He's looking to throw it. He lets it fly. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Gamecocks will kick it off to start the second half. From inside the 15, here's the return. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. They'll open this third quarter with a run. Still running at the 40. He's loose. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line gets set, first down. Here's the handoff. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. Dropping back, it's Hawkins. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Well, he's making it look easy out there snagging that pass. Sammy Watkins, Mike Williams, T. Higgins. Great Clemson receivers in recent years. These guys just got open. They found a way with their speed and their route running ability. It's a lot of what this guy does here, too. He makes it easy on his quarterback.
Looking to move it through the air. Gets it out fast. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Clemson set up with another first down. They're going to ride this running back.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. It's complete to the right. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
They'll try the run. Tackle is made after a pickup of 6 down to the 19-yard line.
See, they need more runs like that. It's been so few and far between. Defensively, they've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off of blocks and rallying to the ball carrier. This defense has done a nice job slowing down the run game thus far.
They'll leave it with him. Headed to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tiger. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And he's going to try to return this one. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. South Carolina offense is back on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. He's going to pass. He's right on target. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Anytime the ball goes in the air towards him, I feel like it's his. Like, there are no 50-50 balls. He just makes plays, game after game, play after play, and you see him featured in this offense for a reason. He's one of the best in the country, not just at the wide receiver position, period. This guy's in the Heisman Trophy conversation as a receiver.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He caught it. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And once he got loose, it was all over.
And the biggest thing is identifying coverages, right? Like, quarterback has to line up and see what he's seeing and see those safeties. I know outside with that safety in the middle of the field, I got a chance to attack and attack deep with my speedster, and he does a great job throwing the football out there, and he does the rest with the catch and then striding it into the end zone.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Peppers. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. And after making the interception, he takes it inside the 40.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Running with power. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch. He's got enough. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now a fresh set of downs.
Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Now on second down. The give to the back. They get him down, but not before he picks up 5 down to the 17-yard line. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He'll do it himself. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch past the sticks. And they make the connection, and he's got it at the 10-yard line, set up with a red zone opportunity. Not really a huge decision there. You don't want to give up the football at this juncture of the game, and they're able to keep the drive going.
You know, the head coach here obviously feels like punts and field goals are not going to get him back in, and so put this one on your quarterback. Trust in him to go out and execute and give your team a chance to win.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quick handoff. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Lining up to add another. And it's no good, and they miss an opportunity to tie. So that drive covered 40 yards and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Fair catch, called for and made. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get rounded.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. He finds his man. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Bringing it back. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, South Carolina.
How about that play by this defense? The offense trying to salt the game away with the lead. Defense makes the biggest play of the ball game, getting the pick, finding the end zone, and taking the lead late in this ball game.
Scanning the field, it's Cuber. Looking to the big tight end. Pass is incomplete. They can't convert the two, and the lead stays at 5. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. He'll bring it out. It's Peppers. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe
Fires one high and deep. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. Touchdown, Tigers! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, and a nice job in the 4th quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You can tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
Leading by 1, they'll go ahead and go for 2 and try to make it a field goal game. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Got his man quickly. Into the end zone, the 2-point conversion is good, and now they're up by a field goal. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They'll go to the ground. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. To the 43-yard line, and a first down for this offense.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Looking downfield, it's Cuber. They're trying to get to it. He caught it! Touchdown, Gamecocks! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Texas Tech is currently ahead in this one. The Jones is just jam-packed today, but the Scarlet and Black have struggled to really pull away. They're up by a field goal over Kansas State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Finds his back in the middle. Across the 25, he's got room. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And this offense has done such a good job protecting their dude at quarterback, but the defense finally gets home. Listen, that's their third sack in 2 weeks. They got to do a better job.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Clemson jumps to the line.
Brings up third down.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. To throw, it's Hawkins. He's going up top here late in the game. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And it's now or never. It's do or die for this offense. Fourth down, late in the game, trailing. They absolutely have to connect and move the chains right here. This thing's over.
Down 4 late. They have to convert on fourth down to keep hope alive. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Fourth down, gotta have it here. Scrambling away. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on fourth down.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on fourth down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. Going for 6. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
Man, you don't get more wide open than that, right? Big fella running down the field. Nobody near him. Quarterback puts it on him. Just got to make the catch.
So loud it's rattling your fillings on third and goal. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And he'll be brought down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It is good.
Well, that's a huge kick right there because now the opponent has to score a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. That put so much pressure on the opponent. Nice job by the special teams going out and executing in a big moment.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Peppers. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this why you come and play for these two schools, right? To play in a game like this, in a rivalry like this, in a situation, David, game on the line late, who's going to take it?
And you know when you make this play, you're immortalized. With this kind of rivalry, these are the highlights they'll be showing for years. Everybody will be like, I remember when so-and-so made that play against our biggest rival to seal the deal.
Quickly to the tight end. And that is good versatility there and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. He's looking to throw on third and short. flips it out to the back. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. Fourth quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. He wants a big play here late. And he's got it at the 20. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before it's finally stopped. The give out of the gun. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. The hurry up now. Second down. Clock ticking. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires toward the end zone. And the pass is caught for a touchdown. And it looks as if we could be headed to overtime.
And they desperately needed that touchdown. Now it's miracle time. We got to kick this onside kick and somehow find a way to boot a long field goal and maybe win this thing at the buzzer.
And now they've decided to go for two. A gutsy call, and the game likely to be decided right here. He's looking to throw. And the pass hits, picked off.
They did the right thing by going for two to try to make this a field goal game, but the defense comes up with a stop. Not a lot of time left now, but there is still a chance. There's a window of opportunity. They only need a field goal now to pull this one out.
They've got the score, 13 seconds to play, and now they have to recover the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Dropping back, it's Cuber. Pocket starts to collapse. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
This offense has a second down play. It's a reverse. Nifty little dance step. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. They'll try to power their way ahead. At the 20, he's got space. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You played through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the ceiling touchdown.
And some people might say they should have taken a knee, run the clock out. This offense believes, I'm going to run the football. It's your job to stop it. And they add a rushing touchdown and another 6 to the scoreboard.
No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries,